I was able to just really with more time on my hands. I had made a promise to my brother a couple of years back. He passed in August of 2014 of lung cancer. And taking him back and forth to chemotherapy, just that ride alone, just talking to him about, the music back in the day when we dropped the affiliated project, down there with the artwork with Pen and Picture. And he was just like, just jokingly, like, man, we supposed to be rich right now, dude. Like, we could be doing so much right now. We on the way to the doctor. And I was like, man, I know. And he was like, man, you got to get back in your get it mode. You probably can't even rap no more. And I was like, man, I'll do a song just for you. And I'm going to call it Get It Mode. So I got with a couple of partners of mine, put together some studio time, got me a track, and I did it just for him. And I literally, watched my brother's eyes light up and start crying. And he was like, man, if you don't do nothing else, just do a mixtape. Just do one for me. And I was like, well, man, I'll do one for you. And, maybe 4 to 5 weeks later, my brother died.
Oh, man.
So I never got a chance to get him that complete, project. You know what I'm saying? So I had started on it though, literally had started on it, and I took that time and was it was hard working on it, and it ain't easy as people think when you know who you're doing it for. You're not doing it for I want 1,000 strings or 1,000,000 strings. I want 1,000,000 people to just hear it. I just really wanted to do it for him. So with that being said, with him being gone, it made it hard to stay focused and do it. Well, Corona put the brakes on the world. It slowed everything down to a complete halt. And I decided let's use this time wisely, so to speak. So I sent out a post to local friends and producers around my area, around through here. And I got to give a shout out to Play That Beat Wee Wee. That's one of the top producers around here. He sent me 30-some beats, dude, at one time. So with that being said, I took that as a challenge to try to knock down many of them as I could. So the EP that I sent you, the one that you heard, the COVID-20, that was all done in one day, literally.
That's pure motivation right there. That's your brother. He pushed you to get it back in and do it. How long were you before your brother inspired you to do this? How long was it before you put anything out?
Hey man, a true, honest answer. I hadn't released anything since around 2002. It had literally been, it had been 12 years before I had did anything when he asked me for it at that time.
So in a sense, this project is fulfilling your brother's dying wish. That's got to make you feel, very, very happy inside to know that you're able to do that for him.
Right.
Okay, imagine.
And one of the biggest bonuses out of it, I have a son that's in the music now. And me and his life was strange apart due to, growing up. He grew up with his mom, and that's a whole nother story in itself. But at the end of the day, my son's incarcerated right now, and he's coming home next year. And we've grown a lot closer. I guess it's by force, but God fixed it. So he does music now. So it was my brother knew, it wasn't over. So me doing this has opened the door for my son. So man, it's so many blessings that's come from this. And I know how hard it was to get stuff done back in the day. Nowadays, you can email people tracks and beats and stuff.
Have someone master so much simpler far away.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much simpler now. It's all about just getting it done.
Man, I'm real glad to hear that, man, because it's almost as if your brother is living through what you and your son are about to do and are doing. like he's right there with you guys, man. Now you said
Right.
he had cancer. You got a song here called "Fuck Cancer," and
Right.
when you speak on those trips taking him, I know what that's like. I took my father to chemotherapy, and I took my mother. See, my father passed in 2018, and about a year later, my mother was diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer. She had the operation, and during this whole pandemic, we were taking her to and from chemotherapy and radiation. So it's hell on the family too,
Yeah, because like one of the lines in the song is so true. You slowly watch them shrink and shrivel.
Yeah. The thing that makes it very, very rough to deal with too is knowing that in America they allow all these chemicals in just about everything. California is the only state that puts cancer warning labels on products. Why not all the other states?
Right.
It shows me that it's a big business, and it hurts when you know you've lost somebody, so some other asshole can put more money in their pocket. That's what makes the anger come out.
And then when you have a leader that's more worried about TikTok.
Yeah. So the I'm saying that the classic album that you put out, BNOC affiliated, that's you and your brother, the one who passed?
No. Actually, that's another one of my partners. He's the one that started the group with me. That's Ice the Mac 10. So.
Oh, okay. So your brother did your brother rap?
No, not at all. My brother was strictly from the streets. Like he did his best to guide me. I guess that's the best way to say it. Like if I was gonna be out there, he was gonna show me how to be out there. So man, he helped me avoid so many potholes and trenches in the streets. Like I love him from that. 'Cause like as in the song said, my dad passed when I was 8. So my brother was what I had. My brother got high and everything, truth be told, but he knew enough and he cared enough about me to make sure that I didn't do that.
Yeah. He wanted you to absolutely. And that's, I think we go through hell so our loved ones don't have to. And that's what he was doing for you. Just wanted you not to fall in the same pitfall. But you lost your father to cancer too, huh?
Yeah, I lost my dad when I was 8 years old.
Yeah. You said that in the song, and I was like, oh, man. And then you speak about your brother. How hard was it for you to even do that song? I imagine it was pretty rough to write it.
Extremely. Because the crazy part about it, like I had wrote the verse about my dad years ago. Like it was just on my heart. I wrote it and I never recorded it. And then fast forward to my brother passing, I just felt like I had to. Like I incorporated both of them. And I tried to explain through my eyes how both days felt. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally remember waking up being 8 years old, and I had got so used to seeing my dad go to the hospital. Like when I came out of my room and seen, the EMTs and the little gurney, they rolling my dad down the hall. Like I was completely unfazed because I was used to it. I was like, well, it's another bad day for Pop. They're going to take him to the doctor. He'll be there for about a week or two, and he'll come on home. And, like, I literally remember standing on my front porch talking to one of my friends across the street, and people started pulling back up and, different family members and stuff. And I was like, man, Mama ain't even here yet. All these people pulling up. So eventually my mom pulled up with one of my aunts, and they walked on in the house. And I said, man, all these people pulling up, I promise to God, dude. I was like, man, they acting like my daddy died or something. Like, I literally remember being on the porch saying that. And then my mom calling me in the house and taking me and my sisters in the room, explaining to us what happened.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's horrible to have to go through that, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, every one of us listening, everybody, man, we're going to lose somebody close to us to cancer, or we're potentially going to have to battle it ourselves. It's horrible. It's such a widespread thing, and you wonder why nobody speaks about that. You don't hear any of these politicians talk about combating cancer or stopping it dead in its tracks. None at all, because it's a big business. You know, they rake in too much money.
There's no money in the cure. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's a damn shame. Now, you go to some other countries, they will not poison you like that. You know what I'm saying? But the United States is like a petri dish, like a lab experiment. They don't care what they do to us. I mean, look at the poor people of Flint, Michigan. They still have fucked water, and they've been fighting for that for years. And it's the same with so many other communities in this country. You know, you can't even get decent water, and this is supposed to be the number one country in the world. It doesn't make sense at all to me. Let's give them some realism, man.
It's amazing how they sent out so many stimulus checks and all that when the virus hit, but you were saying for years Flint water couldn't be fixed. Like, you know, where did all that money come from?
Yeah, all it needed was, clean pipes.
Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, like, comment, share. Also go over to UGSforLife.com, download the entire archive, and check out new episodes on Apple Podcasts and Blog Talk Radio.